Welcome to today's information session for new and existing childminders on developing a professional approach to childminding. This information session has been designed to introduce the contents of the Childminding Guidelines on planning a childminding business in your own home. This information booklet is available from your local city and county childcare committee. Please note that the information contained in this session is a guide only, and it is strongly advised that you seek professional advice from an accountant or from revenue. Here are the areas that we are going to look at during this presentation. Support for childminders, how many children can I mind, qualifications and experience, Garda vetting and written references, childminding and car insurance, childminding policies and procedures, record keeping, deciding on your fee, marketing your service, opening a business bank account, signposts and the National Action Plan for Childminding. As a childminder, it is vitally important that you portray yourself in your childminding business in a professional manner. You can build up an excellent reputation for yourself, which will enable you to be more sustainable as a quality childcare option for parents and their children. The County and City Childcare Committees in Childminding Ireland are there to support you. You can avail of information, training, grants and networking opportunities. Support is available in developing your policies and procedures and with your record keeping. You can access information on voluntary notification and how to register with TUSLA. You can also access information on the National Childcare Scheme. The resources outlined on this slide have been developed to support you as a childminder in the business side of your childminding service, and they are available on request from your local city or county childcare committee. They are Childminding Guidelines on planning a childminding business in your own home, a guide to becoming a childminder, childminding sample policies and procedures, childminding sample record keeping forms, TUSLA registration information for childminders. Your local and city and county childcare committee is at hand to support you with developing your childminding business and answering any questions that you may have, giving support and direction and alleviating any worries or concerns. One of the first areas you should consider when setting up your childminding business is how many children can I mind? It is important that you take into consideration if you have any children of your own and the ages of your children. In relation to preschool children, you can look after no more than 5 preschool children, that's children between the age of birth and 6 years. Childminders who cares for 4 or more preschool children, other than your own children, are required to register the childminding service with TUSLA prior to caring for the 4th minded child. In relation to school-age children, a childminder can care for up to 6 school-age children without having to register with TUSLA. However, the care of the 7th or more school-age child requires that you register your service with TUSLA. For mixed ages, please refer to the orange and green table on the slide. For more information and advice in relation to ratios and numbers, please contact your local city or county childcare committee. In this slide, we are going to look at knowledge, qualification and experience. Only childminders caring for preschool children who are required to register with TUSLA must hold a QQI Level 5 childcare qualification. However, there is currently no qualification requirement for childminders registered with TUSLA as a school-age childcare service. This includes the care of mixed preschool and school-age children, only applicable if you are registered as a school-age service. Any childcare experience that you have, including the experience of being a parent, will be beneficial to you and will inform how you work with children and families. Garda vetting and references. Under the National Garda Vetting Bureau Children and Vulnerable Persons Act 2012 to 2016, all people undertaking relevant work with children or vulnerable adults need to be vetted by the Garda National Vetting Bureau. It is important to note that all TUSLA registered childminders must have Garda vetting, but it is best practice that all childminders and your emergency backup contact person should be Garda vetted. To apply for Garda vetting, contact Bernardo's Vetting Services directly. The details are contained on the slide. Or if you are a member of Early Childhood Ireland, you can contact them directly for your Garda vetting. In relation to references, it is best practice to have 2 written references. One should be from a former employer or from a reputable source if you haven't had a past employer. In this slide, we're going to look at insurance. All childminders must have adequate childminding specific insurance in place. Insurance provides protection to you as a childminder and provides reinsurance to the parents of the children that you mind. If you're a member of Childminding Ireland, you're eligible to join the Childminding Ireland Group Insurance Scheme. Alternatively, childminders can contact their local broker or their home insurance company to ensure that they have adequate childminding insurance. Don't forget about your car insurance. Check your policy to make sure that you are covered to carry minded children. Contact the RSA to check the suitability of your car seats. Benefits of having policies and procedures. As a childminder, policies and procedures should represent your individual service and reflect your childminding service as a home from home to the children and families in your care. Policies and procedures clarify exactly what your childminding business wants to do and how you are going to do this. A policy is simply an explanation of the way that you work. They are working documents which must be updated and reviewed regularly. These should be shared with parents as it helps keep parents informed. Providing parents with a copy of your policies and procedures means that you can revisit them later. Parents should read, agree and sign them. This will provide protection for you and the families in your care. For sample policies and procedures, please contact your local city and county childcare committee. The benefits of record keeping. As with other types of businesses, childminders are required to maintain adequate records. Not only are childminders required to maintain accounting records of their businesses, but it is recommended that all childminding services maintain certain types of childminding specific records. A good record-keeping system provides guidance to childminders and parents, informs parents about best practice and regulation, protects the children in the childminder's care, demonstrates that childminders are working in a professional manner, and demonstrates that childminders are organised and care about the work that they do. Sample record-keeping forms are available in PDF or Word forms from your local city and county childcare committee. In this slide, we're going to look at the contract between childminder and parent. Completing a contract with parents will help you cover all aspects of your childcare arrangement. When negotiating the childminding arrangements, both parties agree to the terms and conditions and should include the following: hours of childminding provided, payment for childminding, payment for absences such as sickness or holidays, extra charges for food and outings. Remember, your contract with parents should be regularly reviewed. Sample contracts are available in the Childminding Sample Record Form booklet, which is available from your local city and county childcare committee. This slide outlines some examples of the different things that you should consider when deciding on your fee. This list is not exhaustive and you will need to consider what suits you and your individual childminding service. You will need to review your fees annually. Prices do not stay the same, so plan for your increases accordingly and let your parents know well in advance. Marketing your childminding business. This slide outlines some examples of the different places you should consider when marketing your childminding business. This list is not exhaustive and you will need to consider what suits you and your local childminding service. For more advice on marketing your childminding business, please contact your local city or county childcare committee. It is advisable as good financial management that childminders keep a childminding business bank account, so open a business bank account. Your fees in, keep a record of the fees you receive on a weekly basis, lodge your fees regularly or arrange for online banking. Fees out, easier to keep a record if you pay your expenses by direct debit and record all cash payments and keep all of your receipts. This slide contains signposts to relevant agencies and support services where you might find information that's relevant to your childminding business. You can click on the logos and the links will take you directly to their websites. This slide looks at the National Action Plan for Childminding, NAPC 2021 to 2028. The objectives of the plan are to improve high quality and affordable early learning and care and school-aged childcare through childminding, an incremental and supportive pathway to regulation, enable more childminders to access government subsidies, access support and assist childminders to meet regulatory and quality requirements. There is a dedicated web page, the link is included on the slide, where you can access summary documents of the plan for both childminders and parents. And finally, thank you for listening today. For further information sessions or for any advice or support in relation to any aspect of your childminding business, please contact your local city or county childcare committee. Contact details can be found by clicking on the link on the slide. Thank you.